It might surprise you to learn that something as simple and wholesome as an egg can have very different effects on your health, depending on how you cook it. Especially after you hit 70, the way you prepare your eggs can make a big difference between feeling sharp and energetic or sluggish and worn out. Eggs are often celebrated for their high protein, choline, and essential vitamins. But here's the catch. How you cook them can either boost your health or work against it. Many folks think an egg is just an egg, regardless of how it's cooked. But as we get older, our bodies change in ways that can be subtle, but really important. Digestion slows down, and our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. Our liver and kidneys have to work harder to get rid of toxins, and our arteries can become more sensitive to dietary cholesterol. So, that same breakfast you enjoyed in your 40s might hit your body quite differently in your 70s. Let's start with soft-boiled eggs. Keeping the yolk soft means more vitamins and antioxidants stay active. One key nutrient here is lutein, which is great for eye health and can help slow down issues like macular degeneration. Many people don't realize they're losing some central vision until it's already happening. Regularly enjoying soft-boiled eggs, especially with something like sautéed kale or a fresh orange slice, can give your eyes the nutrients they need to stay strong. It's not just about vision either. Soft yolks also pack in choline, which helps keep your brain sharp. Studies show that older adults who get enough choline tend to do better on memory tests and cognitive tasks. That's a solid reason to rethink how you cook your eggs. Now think about how your digestive system reacts. For some folks, tougher textures, like overcooked scrambled eggs or cold-fried eggs, can be hard to chew and swallow. Soft-boiled eggs are much easier on the throat and less likely to cause bloating or discomfort. Plus, eating them slowly with a spoon encourages more mindful eating, helping with portion control and satisfaction. Soft-boiled eggs also pair well with wholesome ingredients, like whole grain toast, avocado slices, or even some fermented veggies, which are great for gut health and immunity. Poached eggs have their own perks. They're cooked gently in simmering water, so there's no oil or frying fat involved. This makes them particularly heart-friendly. They retain moisture, making them easier to chew and digest, and they keep more beneficial fats in their natural state, unoxidized and ready for your body to use. This is especially important for older adults looking to reduce inflammation, manage cholesterol, or lower blood pressure without adding unnecessary fats. A poached egg on a warm bowl of grains, like quinoa or barley, can create a balanced meal that supports energy and metabolic function. It's not just about avoiding bad ingredients, it's about maximizing the good ones. One of the best things about poached eggs is their versatility. You can drop one into a bowl of soup, place it on top of steamed veggies, or serve it on a baked sweet potato. Each combination adds its own nutrients, from fiber and potassium to vitamin C and antioxidants. These small, consistent dietary choices can help protect against age-related diseases and keep your energy stable throughout the day. It's not about restriction, it's about making the foods you love work better for your changing body. Now, let's chat about steamed eggs. This method, popular in places like Korea and Japan, turns eggs into a light, fluffy custard that's super easy to digest. For those with dental issues, sore gums, or just a low appetite, steamed eggs can be a real lifesaver. They require no chewing and can be flavored with just a few drops of sesame oil, a splash of broth, or some finely chopped herbs. Since they're cooked gently, all the original nutrients, like B vitamins, selenium, and vitamin D, stay intact without any inflammatory compounds from high heat. Steamed eggs also give you a chance to sneak in other nutrient-rich foods. You can mix in spinach, carrots, or even finely shredded chicken for a complete meal that's still soft and comforting. Unlike many Western egg dishes that rely on cheese, salt, and frying, steamed eggs focus on balance and nourishment. They're perfect for dinner too, light enough not to disrupt sleep, but rich enough in tryptophan and healthy fats to support restful sleep patterns. If you struggle with sleep or wake up feeling foggy, the combination of protein and gentle flavour in steamed eggs can help bring your body back into balance. And then there are hard-boiled eggs. They're incredibly convenient. You can make them ahead of time and keep them in the fridge, making them perfect for quick meals or snacks. But here's something many people overlook. How you eat hard-boiled eggs can really matter. Pairing them with vitamin C-rich foods helps your body absorb iron more effectively, which is key for preventing fatigue and supporting your immune system. A sliced hard-boiled egg with a handful of cherry tomatoes or a few orange segments creates a nutrient synergy that benefits you overall. Texture also plays a role here. If plain boiled eggs feel dry or hard to swallow, try mashing them with olive oil or yogurt. This improves both taste and texture and boosts the availability of fat-soluble vitamins. It's a simple trick that works wonders, especially for anyone with a reduced appetite or digestive changes. While hard-boiled eggs do lose a small amount of nutrients compared to softer methods, they're still one of the most practical, accessible, and nutrient-dense foods around. Just remember to eat them within 3 days and avoid overcooking them to the point where the yolks turn green. This usually means they've lost some nutritional quality. It's easy to think all eggs are good eggs, no matter how they're made. But this is where habits from earlier decades can start to cause problems. Our bodies aren't as forgiving in our 70s and 80s as they were in our 40s or 50s. Choices that once felt harmless, like tossing a few slices of bacon into your morning omelette, can now contribute to inflammation, stiff arteries, and even memory decline. It doesn't mean you have to give up the foods you love, but it does mean you might need to prepare them differently. And with eggs, those small changes can make a surprisingly big difference. Let's not forget about scrambled eggs. They're quick, filling, and a staple for many households. But here's something that doesn't get said enough. Most people cook scrambled eggs too quickly and at too high a temperature. That rush to get breakfast on the table often leads to rubbery eggs that have lost much of their nutritional value. High heat can scramble the protein structure, literally, and make digestion harder, especially when your stomach acid isn't as strong as it used to be. Slower cooking preserves more nutrients and makes the eggs easier to digest. If you love scrambled eggs, try this instead. Whisk the eggs gently, maybe with a splash of milk or a spoonful of cottage cheese. Cook them on low to medium heat, stirring slowly in a non-stick pan. You'll end up with soft, fluffy curds that melt in your mouth and keep the nutrients where they belong, inside your food and ready to help your body thrive. You can even toss in some finely chopped spinach or mushrooms toward the end for extra fibre and flavour without heavy seasonings. Now, one method that often gets overlooked and might be best avoided as we age is microwaving eggs, especially in plastic containers. It's tempting, especially when you're tired or in a rush, but there's a real concern here. Heating food in plastic can release chemicals like BPA or phthalates into your meal, especially if the plastic isn't labelled microwave safe. These compounds can mess with hormone function, increase inflammation, and put extra strain on your liver. The risks are even higher if you're taking medication that the liver processes, something common for people over 70. Aside from the chemical leaching, microwaving can also cook eggs unevenly. Some parts may be piping hot, while others are undercooked. This can be a food safety issue, especially for older adults with weaker immune systems. If you're short on time, consider using a ceramic mug or a glass bowl to make a quick scrambled egg in the microwave. Just steer clear of plastic. Add a teaspoon of water, cover loosely with a plate or paper towel, and heat gently. The results may not be perfect, but they'll be much better than relying on a plastic takeout container. Another important point, as we age, our taste buds change. Food can start to taste more bland, or we might reach for salt more often than we used to. That's why cooking eggs with care and pairing them with herbs like dill, chives, or even turmeric can enhance flavour and offer extra health benefits. Turmeric, for example, contains curcumin, a compound known for fighting inflammation. A pinch stirred into scrambled eggs or sprinkled over a poached egg adds colour and a boost of healing properties without increasing sodium. These changes might seem small, but they really add up. The way we prepare eggs and what we serve with them can either give our bodies a helpful nudge towards strength and clarity, or pull us further into fatigue and discomfort. When you're over 70, meals aren't just about filling your stomach. They're about fueling your cells, protecting your brain, and easing the burden on your heart and joints. So, let's wrap this up. If you've ever stood in your kitchen wondering whether to fry, scramble, or boil an egg, remember, the decision matters now more than ever. After 70, how we eat can either be our medicine or a slow burden on our health. Eggs, when prepared thoughtfully, can truly support your body, providing strength for your muscles, clarity for your mind, and nourishment for your bones and immune system. But if cooked the wrong way or paired with the wrong foods, they can quietly add to the wear and tear that comes with age. Let's explore why eggs are often called nature's perfect food. Each egg is a complete source of amino acids, the building blocks your body uses to repair and maintain everything from skin and muscles to neurotransmitters in the brain. That's part of why protein becomes more important as you age. You're not just eating for energy anymore, you're eating to preserve function. Eggs help meet those needs in a compact, affordable way. But again, only if they're cooked to preserve, not destroy, their goodness. Another benefit worth mentioning is that eggs support metabolic function. The yolk contains nutrients like biotin, folate, and vitamin B6, which all help break down fats, carbs, and proteins. This helps your body turn food into usable energy instead of storing it as fat. The catch is, high heat methods like frying can break down these vitamins and even stress your digestive system. That's why softer methods, like poaching, steaming, or slow scrambling, don't just feel lighter. They actually help your body work better behind the scenes. Let's not forget the emotional and social aspects of eating either. In your 70s and beyond, meals become more than just fuel. They're moments of routine, comfort, and even joy. Sitting down to a meal that's thoughtfully prepared, something warm, nourishing, and easy to digest, can turn an ordinary morning into a small act of self-care. Eggs are familiar, versatile, and adaptable to nearly any flavour. That makes them the perfect canvas for healthy eating at any stage of life. So instead of focusing on what to avoid, think about what you can add. Cook your eggs gently. Add herbs and spices. Pair them with colourful vegetables or fibre-rich grains. These aren't big changes, but they create significant shifts over time. You might start to notice better energy, fewer digestive troubles, more regular sleep, or even clearer thinking throughout the day. And when those little improvements add up, they lead to a much better quality of life. If you've been eating eggs the same way for decades, changing your habits may feel strange at first. That's okay. Start with just one adjustment. Try steaming your eggs this week, or pair your usual hard-boiled egg with sliced tomatoes and a handful of greens. Swap out that processed meat side for a spoonful of hummus or mashed avocado. Pay attention to how your body responds, not just physically, but emotionally. Food has the power to comfort, heal, and reconnect you with your own well-being. And one last note. There's no one-size-fits-all. Everyone's body responds differently, especially when medications or conditions are involved. That's why it's always a good idea to listen to your body. If a certain egg dish makes you feel heavy, bloated, or tired afterward, consider trying a different method. Your body is sending you a message, and it deserves to be heard. At the end of the day, the goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. It's knowing that something as simple as how you cook your egg can shape how you feel, how you move, and how you age. It's about turning daily habits into acts of health and longevity. You're not just making breakfast, you're building the foundation for better days ahead. So tomorrow, when you crack that egg, let it be more than just a routine. Let it be a moment of intention, a quiet decision to care for your body, a way to honour your years while setting yourself up for many more. And remember, it's never too late to make a better choice, one egg at a time.